Yo, what's up, guys? I'm back, sounding better. Shout out to Dustin, who's checking up on me. We got some interesting stories today, and we're just gonna start with probably the biggest one. Happened. Where's my thing at over here? Yeah, we had the 2025 Big Ten tournament. So I'm not even gonna try to play any of this stuff, guys. You know they will hit me. They'll nuke me. We're just gonna talk about some of the champions. You guys can see here. I don't know if you guys can see, but you had Luke Leidenhall. I might be saying his name wrong. He took the 125. Lucas Bird. I'm gonna mess up some of the names. 133, 141. You had Brock Hardy. 149. You had Ridge Lovett. 157. You had Tyler Kasich. So some of the Penn State guys, I was really surprised. Some of the Penn State guys, got taken out. Let's see, 165. You had Mitchell Messenbrink. We gotta watch the one with his match versus Jordan Burroughs. That's a good match for the Olympic trials. But yeah, I mean that was no surprise. I mean, I think everybody thought Mitchell Messenbrink was gonna win. 174. You had Levi Haynes. So some of the heavier Penn State guys came through. Not so much in the lighter weight classes outside of the 125. Carter Starachi, 184. And my stream actually kind of conked out right after the first period. So I was like, oh man, this is not looking too good. But I guess he came back in sudden overtime or towards the end. So that was kind of cool to see. 197, you had Jacob Cardenas. And I was a little sad because I'm a big Stephen Buchanan fan. I was hoping Stephen Buchanan would come through, but it was a tough match. I think they were both undefeated up until that match. And then 285, you had Gable Stevenson. I mean, what Olympic champion, over Greg Kirkliet. Man, it was great to see, man. Wrestling it's getting more popular. It's getting more popular. And then also they had the women's. Do they have the women's up here? I'm gonna give a shout out to the women's. I think it was considered the Big Ten, right? Wasn't it? Let's see. I gotta give a shout out to the women too because they had some great matches. The women wrestlers came through. Let's see. Man, where were the women at? I know Kennedy kind of went through everybody. Where is it? NCWWC. We might check that. USA Wrestling might hit me too, though. I can't play anybody's, anything from anybody because they will hit me. I recently played something from the Fight Pass. Man, that hurt. That hurt. Let's see. Championship. We're going slow today, guys. Sometimes you can't type either. Let's see. I just want to give a shout out to the ladies, man. They were doing really well. We could buy tickets. It's too late now. Results. Here we go. So theirs was the Women's College Nationals. And interestingly, they do freestyle rules. And I don't know. You think that seems to work better, guys? It seems like the freestyle rules kind of work a little bit better for international wrestling, right? So 103, they had Olivia Shore. 110, they had Sage Mortimer. 117, they had Sydney Petzinger. 124, they had Amani Jones. 131, they had Alexis Janik. 138, they had Katarina Lange. 145, Macy Kilty. 160, Kennedy Blades. You know Kennedy, bro. 23-0. Won by tech fall. Dang. Oh, that's her record so far, 23-0. A lot of these girls, their records are insane. And you know, college wrestling for women is a newer sport, so that's pretty impressive. 180, they had Kylie Welker, and 207 had Tristan Kelly, with Iowa taking the team score, and I think Penn State took it for the men. So just shout out to the wrestlers. You know, us jiu-jitsu folks are rooting for you guys. And I mean, in all honesty, some of the jiu-jitsu kids should be going towards wrestling, to be honest. Get that NIL, get that scholarship, because we don't have that in jiu-jitsu. You know, you might possibly win ADCC trials or ADCC, or maybe get to a CJI, which is, you know, there's only 8 spots or something, 6 spots. I don't know how many spots there are, but there's not a lot. And then you're not getting an education. You know, you don't have access to these big programs. I wish you guys could see, like, Kennedy Blaze did like a tour of the Iowa. Like, Iowa built like kind of like a facility for the women, you know, locker rooms and everything. Man, we're never getting anything like that in jiu-jitsu, because it's a business and they're not going to spend that money on us. So now we got a nasty Kimura. I saw some of these videos earlier. Viewer discretion advised. Viewer discretion. Let's make it bigger. Let's see if we get some audio in here too. Let's see. Don't do that, guys. That's how Richard be rolling. Man, listen, man, you can't send the techniques, you know, that's for self-defense only, right? Gracie Jiu-Jitsu people? That's only for self-defense, man. Don't be sending these techniques. Even in a tournament, you shouldn't be like, you got to give the person time to tap out. Lights all over the place. You got to give people time to tap out, you know, man. Don't look, you can't be out here over here ripping people's elbows and arms out of their socket. I mean, at what point could the guy tap out? Even if he did tap out, it was already too late. Like, you got to use control, guys, because what's going to happen, that karma going to get you. Somebody going to do that to you, or your leg, your neck. They're going to do that to your neck. So next up, we got Mikey. Excuse me. We got Mikey. It says he only eats pizza and pasta, but didn't something else come up after this, Mikey? What else happened after this, Mikey? So I'll just try to get to the good parts, guys.
I travel out of America, I get lighter naturally. Just
use your diet.
Yes.
You're famous for eating pasta and homemade pizza and only eating once a day.
Every night I eat like this. So how this started was I've been cutting weight and dieting my whole life, right?
Right.
And you almost develop an eating disorder from always dieting and cutting weight for so many years of your life, right? It just naturally happens. So I would binge eat. I would starve. You know what I mean? Like, it was very unhealthy the way I would live.
How much weight were you cutting?
Just at a young age, cutting weight. You know, I would always be cutting like 5 pounds, 10 pounds. Nothing crazy, but I've done crazy cuts also. So you just die from those also. But all that time, it just messes up your brain, where you never feel like you're satisfied and you never are full, you know? So that part of your brain that says, oh, you're full, stop eating, I stopped having from cutting weight so much.
Right.
So what I started doing was intermittent fasting. So I would just not eat during the day.
We're going to skip a little bit, guys.
Honestly, I don't like eating before training. I feel bloated when I eat.
That's good.
So I would just eat at night. But I started just eating the foods I love. I'm Italian, so I grew up just eating pizza and pasta. So I make pizza and pasta every night.
Italians eat more
I have
than
a pizza
just
oven
that,
in my
Mikey.
house, and I roll out the dough, make everything. And then for dessert, I'll eat a pint of acai. And my weight would be lighter doing this diet than eating like no carbs and all these things. So in my mind, I was like, wait, I could eat all the foods I love if I eat once a day at night. You know, so it was a no-brainer for me. And my weight is lighter, and I feel better because I'm fasting. So I started doing it.
Wow. So
I'll let you guys watch the rest of that. That's part of it says powerful JRE. So Joe Rogan, essentially. I'll give it a like. Jiu-Jitsu champ Mikey Musumeci only eats pizza and pasta. But we'll look up later what happens when you just eat pizza and pasta. Even though, some of my friends told me that. I don't know. We'll look at it later. But if you want to check that out, just look it up. And then some other news. We got Dana White says we're going to invest $10 to $12 million in jiu-jitsu over the next year. I got a feeling that's only going towards a few people, or Gordon Ryan, here you go, $10 million. Everybody else here is $5. UFC president Dana White has unveiled an ambitious plan to invest heavily in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, marking a significant milestone in the sport's evolution. We're going to invest like $10 to $12 million in jiu-jitsu. Yeah, why is everybody? You have CJI investing a lot of money. You have some of the other tournaments, the professional league. You have Dana White. So there's obviously some money there. I wonder what they're seeing, what reports they're looking at to think that jiu-jitsu is worth this kind of money over, wrestling and judo. I guess they have federations that kind of control the sport, but kind of the wild, wild west over here in jiu-jitsu. And it's tied into their MMA, and I'm thinking like what value they see, because they're trying to get an investment back, right? Or a tax write-off. It could be either or. This substantial financial commitment represents one of the largest corporate investments in BJJ to date, and underscores the UFC's broader strategy to solidify its presence across various combat sports disciplines. White emphasized that alongside the BJJ initiative, the organization remains steadfast in its efforts to expand its influence in boxing and maintain its core UFC operations. A key component of the UFC's investment strategy is the launch of a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu reality show. I got to do one. Who's number one? Who's next, actually? I don't know if that investment is really going to be worth it, so it might be a write-off for somebody. Speaking at a SBJ Media Innovators Conference, I don't know what that is, but sounds interesting. White confirmed the project, stating that the UFC is literally launching a reality show, then going to start putting on shows. So UFC right now does the Fight Pass, which seems okay, but they want to do a reality show, which is how the Ultimate Fighter came about, that made the UFC popular in the first place. In the BJJ space, the initiative aligns with TKO Group's broader objective of integrating various combat sports under its umbrella by the end of 2025. So they must see some money somewhere. They see a return on investment in this community, and we're kind of seeing that with some of the schools. You see these bigger schools we've been covering. These, they're making investments in the schools, and these big companies like UFC are making investments. So something's going on. I don't know. Maybe it's the gold rush, people trying to strike gold. But where were these people 10, 20 years ago? They weren't around, right? Recent rumors about the UFC's jiu-jitsu expansion gained traction when BJJ star Cade Rutulo inadvertently revealed potential details about the project. I think he's doing something like something with Mikey, and possibly going to do something like Ultimate Fighter type things for jiu-jitsu, possibly. I think Rutulos, bro. They're from California, bro. The potential involvement of Gordon Ryan and Mikey as a layer of intrigue, given their ongoing rivalry and contrasting views on performance-enhancing substances. I'd be reading everything by accident. Use in the sport. While Musumeci has been vocal about implementing stricter testing measures, Ryan has taken a more of a lenient approach, asserting that people want to see superheroes give their best. Yeah. Future of BJJ under UFC's investment. I mean, what's the future of the UFC's? The fighters in the UFC not doing that well, so I don't know if the jiu-jitsu people in the UFC will be doing much better. Although I'm skipping some stuff, guys. Although specific details on how the allocated funds will be distributed remain undisclosed, this initiative has the potential to revolutionize the sport. UFC backing could lead to the creation of new development programs, enhance competitive platforms, and increase visibility for BJJ athletes worldwide. Yeah, but what's their This strategic move not only highlights the growing global interest in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but also reinforces its critical role within mixed martial arts. As UFC expands its reach, BJJ practitioners and fans alike can anticipate the groundbreaking opportunities in the sport's future. So I'm trying to see exactly what they're going to get back from this. And of course, they're saying it reinforces the the UFC through its mixed martial arts and expands its reach. But how are they getting that money back? Is it viewers? Do they want to get viewers from adding this? I think it's a tax write-off, honestly. Some of these guys have it as a hobby. They like it. It makes them seem cool. They're friends with some of the jiu-jitsu people, and it's I will say the jiu-jitsu, you have the MMA community, but most people that follow MMA don't do MMA, but the people that do jiu-jitsu follow jiu-jitsu. The people that follow jiu-jitsu do jiu-jitsu, and it's pretty mass appeal, right? So I think that's where the money is, that mass appeal of people. And you have celebrities, you have I was about to say dictators, you have politicians, you have doctors, lawyers, you have such a wide reach with jiu-jitsu that you don't have with MMA really, and some of the other sports. So I think they're seeing that as like maybe social currency. And I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I'm over here coming up with conspiracy theories. So next up, we're on Reddit. I got to warm myself up before I get to Reddit. It says, passed up for promotion, and it's a purple belt. Almost 7-year purple belt, no stripes, and that's my frustration. Been purple for 2.5 years. Wait, I don't know what that means. Okay. Coach promoted another purple belt, 2 stripes, who self-admittedly had not trained for over a year and was promoted to purple well after me. Meanwhile, I do extremely well against other high-level purples and still give browns in the area a good run and hold my own against hobbyist black belts. Like, I gotta change my voice whenever I read for these Reddit guys. I asked Coach what I needed to work on and have been hammering those weak points in for months, while also working on other areas he had not spoke on that I felt I was slacking in. Spoke to other black belts who were not my coach and just as confused as me as why I'm still no stripes, let alone still a purple. Just voicing my frustrations, I guess. Go train. Come here. Yeah, go train. Bro, you gotta slap these purple belts too. Gotta slap these purples, slap these browns. Go train. Why are you complaining, bro? Go train. I mean, obviously something's lacking. You think you better than you are? I mean, 2.5 years. Okay, man, what are you over here complaining already? Go train, bro. Go train. He said I could hang with other purples and do well against the browns. I don't know. Go do something else, bro. Go train, bro. It's possible he has higher standards for you. You may actually have some talent, and brown belt is just a different thing. Yeah. I'd love more specifics on what give browns a good run and hold my own against black belts means here. Yeah, I don't know what that means. He might not have a guard. He over here saying all this stuff. Yeah, my coach told me to develop a guard, but I don't have one. But I want to get promoted. He says, if things are good, you're being measured against yourself and the potential seen in you. Same goes for others. Also, every belt can be different. I spent a bit more time on brown belt than I did on blue and purple belt combined. Yeah, I mean, he talked to his coach. Well, obviously, the coach told him he ain't ready, so he just needs to get back to the drawing board. You guys focus so much on belts, bro. I mean, I don't know, man. You grown people care about some cloth around their waist. And I know it feels cool, but I mean, if you were tapping black belts and brown belts and other purples, they were like, dude, get this guy out of this belt. Some of you guys want to get promoted and you ain't ready for the next level. You ain't ready. You ain't got the skills. Or you ain't got the attitude. Coach probably don't even like this dude. That's why. Go to a new school, bro. I think some coaches look at the athlete individually. That's true. I had people promoted before me that I played with during roles. However, I am extremely internally motivated. I just want to get better, and I don't care about belts. So what I was told is that he held me to a higher standard because not getting promoted wouldn't hurt my motivation, while other people need that to keep going. Yeah, some people need that external motivation. This ain't the right sport for you then, bro. Because what happens when you get the black belt? There's no more external motivation. Or it's like, all right, maybe in 3 years you might get a stripe, or, maybe not. And then what happens then? You're going to still be complaining on Reddit? And, I don't know, man. Let's see. Nothing against you, but maybe I'm starting to question when people say they are beating higher belts and doing everything right, yet coach won't promote them. I know a purple belt always complaining about promotions and how good he is, even telling our coach he can hang with me as a black belt. And when we rolled, I was barely trying, and he didn't perform a single technique against me. He just rolled not to get submitted and defended the whole time while I had any position I wanted. Then tells the coach how well he did against me. I mean, that to me, if I heard that, I would be like, don't promote this guy anyway, and deserves his next belt. Not saying that's you, but I just see this a lot at all the belts. Just because I don't tap them every minute, they go and say I can hang with the black belts. Yeah. So we're trying to look a little bit deeper because you guys read surface level only, and then you're like, yeah, that purple belt should have gotten promoted, and then the purple belt should not get promoted. He's kind of delusional. So talking about that guy not getting promoted, we got Jits over 50. Please don't hit me with a copyright strike. I'll pay the like tax for you. And we're showing a video of a person getting their surprise black belt from Marcelo Garcia. So instead of somebody complaining about their belts and not getting promoted, we're going to actually see what happens when you earn your belt, how the feeling you have when you do that, okay? Like, you're going to feel so much better when you earn that belt versus, this guy complaining. Sorry about your ears. That's awesome, man. Just look at his look on his face. Let me turn that sound off, though. Look at huge honor. Hey, Bernardo, what's up, man? Where do they show his face at? Look how he's just happy. And that's how you want it to be, man. You want to earn your belt, man. All these people trying to rush the belts. But the best feeling is when you're acknowledged. You kept your head down, you worked hard, very wrestling mindset, right? You just work hard, and then the results come. But when you're complaining, you're asking for belts, you're always thinking about the belts, I don't think that's the right way to approach jiu-jitsu. You might not be in the right sport. Maybe go to Nogi. Go to Nogi. We send you to Nogi. That way you don't have to worry about no more belts. No more belts, no more stripes. Go to Nogi, But that's a great feeling when you can... man, you worked hard for something. You earned something. That's what jiu-jitsu to me is about. You earned. Okay, you didn't ask to be given that belt. You earned that belt. All right, and some more news. We got Xande Hibeto versus Richie Martinez. Who's number one? I honestly don't know why this match is going on. Maybe just age-wise, but I mean, Xande is so decorated. Not to take away from Richie Martinez, but I mean, they're not even in the same universe, right? Hibeto, multiple-time ADCC and IBJJF world champion, built his legacy both in gi and no-gi competitions, while Martinez carved out his own niche by focusing solely on no-gi, thriving on events like EBI and Quintet. Both athletes have stepped, they're kind of older, and they have schools, so they're stepping back from competing. Xande he just competed recently, Masters 1 or Masters 2. And Xande even did ADCC 2022, so kind of interesting to see what's going to happen with this match. I'm for sure going with Xande. I mean, multiple time world champion. I think he won ADCC as well, and just super great. They're both great, so it's good to see the old guys out there. We got another Reddit post that says, "Do not buy AOJ's home training mats. Very shady and sleazy business practices." So AOJ, this guy is saying it. I'm not saying it. Says ordered AOJ's white Dollarmur mats in February. It's slightly cheaper than the Dollarmur website, and you can get an additional 10% off. I thought it was a good deal, so I ordered it. It's been over a month since I purchased, and I haven't received the item. It takes time to deliver mats, bro. It takes time. Bro, how many mats did you order? You guys know how big these mats are? It's not like they just come overnight. Bro, listen. They might have to make those. I don't know how they do it. I don't know anybody that get mats delivered in like a couple days. Or even a couple months. They might have had to make those, This is when I finally received the callback. They just told me that they don't make them anymore and haven't partnered with Dollarmur. Oh. Asked why it's still on their website and why is it still available to be charged and ordered. My card was charged and everything. I asked for a refund and they said they'll forward it to Dollarmur when they can and hung up. Disputing it now. I'm sure the athletes are great, but that is sleazy and that is pretty bad. Well, obviously they don't make those mats anymore, so you can't get them. Let's see if it's still on their website. AOJ white mats. Dollarmur. Okay, so AOJ had these, so it's not there anymore. So after that guy, they stopped making them. But it's still on the Dollarmur website. So maybe AOJ couldn't do it anymore, but it's still on the Dollarmur website. And these look pretty nice, Dollarmur. I mean, they're just white. 10 by 10. Yeah, that's not bad. You can take them wherever you want. Okay. You should have just gone to the Dollarmur website then. Why were you buying mats off AOJ? Let's see. Yeah, don't buy your mats off. Just buy your mats off the official website. It says Dollarmur sucks. If you want home mats, get AK Athletics. This guy is sponsored by them. They designed their mats to NCWWC standards, and foam quality is better than Dollarmur. This guy works for them. Most companies use cheap rebound foam, which does not provide impact absorption. I didn't know that. We gotta look at that mats. AK Athletics. You can read the NCAA specification mats online, so you're at least buying the best value for your hard-earned dollars. Okay. Tony's got some Dollarmur mats somewhere. You're talking. I'm not even gonna talk about AOJ right now. We're just gonna look at the mats. Yeah, don't buy your mats off of Jiu-Jitsu Gym's website. Buy them from the real people. Excuse me. So we got Dollarmur. They do the wall padding. Of course. Yeah, make sure you got the pad against the poles, guys. Oh, look, you can do the four-sided football posts. Okay, they do everything. Martial arts mats, folding mats. We're gonna look for. He said the wrestling mats, but I don't know if that's the right one. Let's look at martial arts mats. Yeah, so these look pretty good. He said they're designed for high impact. Ooh, we need that. A little landing mat. A little expensive, you can get a little wrestling mat. Yeah, you're gonna be spending about $500-$600 for that mat. But you can get it customized, I think. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu safe impact grappling mats. It requires 6 to 10 lead time week. All right, guys, so that ain't gonna come in a month or two. Heavy duty vinyl, 18-ounce vinyl, 2-inch polyethylene foam. Okay, folding. Okay, yeah, that's pretty thick. That's what she said, huh? I don't know who's gonna be using that mat, but if you need something to throw on, might be worth checking. Ooh, clearance. Let's check out the sales they got. Ooh, I need this, guys. Wait a second, guys. Wait a second. Yo, if you want to help us get some mats, we kind of need this mat right here, guys. we need this little crash pad. If you want to donate to the channel, go ahead. so me and Jeff can work some takedowns at Iron Horse. Because, we getting old. We can't be falling on these 1-inch mats. I need that padding, guys. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, they only got black, but that's fine. Look how thick that is. I'm setting myself up, guys. Pause. Yeah, we gotta get. Ooh, look at that. I can do all the throws I want to practice right there. Nice. All right, guys, hit up that Venmo or that Cash App if you want to see some throwing content. So we've been talking about throws. Let's look at some Draculino. We did talk about Draculino's school a while back. I'm going to subscribe, obviously. We talked about his school. He just got a new facility. Looks amazing. So we're actually going to look at some of the techniques. Again, Draculino is the coach of Homla Bahal and some of the other Gracie Baja athletes. That music definitely going to get me hit. All these techniques still work too, guys. It's all good techniques. We need to get that crash pad for me and Jeff so we can do this. Nice, I love this one. I love these old Japanese instructionals, man. Nice. We got to be careful with this one now. Just so you don't slam the guy's head into the mat. We're not going to watch the rest of that, but if you guys want to check it out, it says Draculino's BJJ, 54 perfect techniques in 12 minutes. So all that stuff is great if you're looking for, it wasn't just, he did takedowns, but he also does like ground stuff as well. But man, all that stuff is great, And it's all moves, man. It's all old school jiu-jitsu, but still works, bro. You can still do all this stuff. Over, under, different arm locks. Yeah, you can do all this stuff. Little flower sweep. Yeah, all that old school jiu-jitsu still works, man. So if you need something to work on, very classical jiu-jitsu right there. Back on BJJ EE, Eastern Europe, we got Gordon Ryan mocks Nicky Rod after the loss to Victor Hugo. So-called best wrestler in BJJ got out-wrestled by a jiu-jitsu guy. To be fair, look at this takedown right here. You see that? This guy's huge. I don't know how big Victor is, but he's so big. If he hits you with like this Uchimata from this wizard, bro, everybody going over. Gordon would go over. He says, let's see, to top it off, the body lock master who never learned anything from me spent the whole match doing a bad rendition of my high head inside camping. He posted adding laughing emojis to mock the effort. How easy his arm got trapped with long sleeve rash guards. Yeah, sometimes those long sleeves can get you stuck. The most biting comment came when Ryan addressed Rodriguez's reputation as one of the top wrestlers in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He celebrated Hugo's win by emphasizing how a non-wrestler outperformed Rodriguez in the area he's most known for. I mean, anybody can lose, bro. Let's see if he'll come back up. I won't even dare post that, guys. I'm sorry, UFC. That was an accident. UFC, bro. UFC will not let that go. The guy who everyone thinks is Jiu-Jitsu's best wrestler got out-scrimmaged by a Jiu-Jitsu guy that's humongous. You guys don't know what you don't know. yeah, so a pretty interesting rivalry between these guys and even Hugo. The skill level's just going to keep rising. And after that, we got Gordon confirms he will not be in CJI 2. Ambiguous if New Wave will compete. Well, let's see. He says, just so everyone can stop speculating and so Z Team can stop using my name. What's Z Team? Oh, the only name to promote their Z Team. Oh, so instead of B Team, he said Z Team to promote their event. While winning athletes are taking a roughly 80% cut from the first event. Let's set the record straight. I was never invited to CJI 1, which made a little sense financially. Our team was invited to CJI 2. I don't know why he said. Wait, why is he putting G? CGI. He doing that on purpose. Where I'd be making less to win than I do to even show at other events. Moreover, if the prize was to 10 bands, was that 100,000 to win? On principle, I'd rather take a shotgun blast to the face than compete. Good luck coming close to breaking even without me. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, Gordon does pull in numbers, and he makes a lot more money than everybody else. That is true. Yeah, so I don't know if Gordon will be there, but, they can always hype that up. I'll let you guys speculate. And talking about celebrities and politicians that do jiu-jitsu, we got Ivanka Trump talking about training jiu-jitsu with the Lex Friedman podcast. So hopefully Lex doesn't hit me with the copyright. Lex, be cool.
You've been training jiu-jitsu.
Yes. Try it.
We're going mainstream, guys.
I mean, I've seen you do jiu-jitsu. You're extremely, you're very athletic. You know how to use your body to commit violence.
Control yourself,
There's better
Lex.
ways of phrasing that, but anyway.
Control yourself.
It's
Stay
a skill
focused.
that's been honed over time.
Yeah. I mean, what do you like about jiu-jitsu?
Well, first of all, I love the way I came to it. It was my daughter. I think I told you this story. She's at 11. She told me that she wanted to learn self-defense and she wanted to learn how to protect herself, which I just, as a mom, I was so proud about because at 11, I was not thinking about defending myself. I loved that she had sort of that desire and awareness. So I called some friends, actually a mutual friend of ours, and asked around for people who I could work with in Miami, and they recommended the Valente brothers.
Yo, Valente bros, they own Miami, guys.
You've met all three of them now.
friend must have been
They're
Giselle.
remarkable human beings, and they've been so wonderful for our family. I mean, first starting with Arabella, I used to take her, and then she'd kind of encourage me, and she'd sort of pull me into it, and I started doing it with her.
Don't
and
date
then,
the Valente bros.
Joseph and Theo saw us doing it. They wanted to start doing it, so now they joined, and then Jared joined. So now we're all doing jiu-jitsu. And
Don't date your
for
coach.
me, there's something really empowering knowing that I have some basic skills to defend myself. I think it's something as humans we've kind of gotten away from. You look at any other animal.
So I'll stop her there. Yeah, I mean, bro, they get the Valente bros, the Machados. They get into those circles, They use their network. So my martial arts school owners out there, use your network just like the Valente bros do. And, hearing her, this is from 8 months ago. So 177K people saw this. And think about the people in Miami. They're going to be like, oh, where does she go? Oh, she goes to Valente bros? I want to go there too. I want to be just like her. So a lot of that is just, so it is networking, but it's like social values. They see someone they want to be like, so they're going to do the same things to be like her. So they're going to put their kids into it. They're going to do it with her. So think about how you can do that in your area. Back on Reddit, we got what happened to Pat Shahgoli? I don't know if you guys remember this kid. I'll look for a video for him maybe a little bit later. It says haven't heard anything from him in a while. Probably a good thing. Someone says I haven't heard about him since Mason Fowler walked through him. Yeah, that was not the best. Hopefully learning to be less of a piece of pie. I don't know what to say there. How to compete with honor. He's a young fella, which means he's probably big into social media, which means he's probably seen all the stuff people have been saying about him, much of it justified in my opinion. Maybe he's lying low and working on himself. His father pulled him out of school. His future is jacked. Oh, that's a bold move to put all your eggs into one basket when the basket is BJJ. Well, we're saying they're going to start investing more money. UFC is going to invest $10 to $12 million. You have CJI, which is bringing millions of dollars into the sport. You got all these celebrities training. You got all these schools are investing into their own programs, building better facilities. So I think that is a good, I won't say the best investment, but it's not the worst investment. If you see like jiu-jitsu's on the rise, if you're able to time it and catch it at a certain point, you could be making more money than ever before. More money than maybe Gordon and some of these other guys who are making bank guys. They ain't poor. They ain't definitely not poor. He says, I have met too many kids getting homeschooled for BJJ. How many people actually have lucrative BJJ competition careers? Well, the money is not in the competition per se, but it's in the school ownership and programs. These parents are insane. The MMA parents are even worse. Sorry, bud, your kid almost certainly isn't the next Conor McGregor. They better be top 5 in their weight class to make a decent living for a few years. Even that's going to be hard. That's why I'm kind of pushing you guys to go to wrestling. Wrestling, get that scholarship, get your education, get that NIL money. It's a safer bet. It's a deeper pool. Obviously, you got a lot of people going for these spots. But say for the women's, it's a newer sport. Man, if you have a daughter, push her into wrestling. She could win states with a little bit of training and get a scholarship to go to college and really change their future. Let's look up this Pat Shahgoli kid. I've seen a few of his videos. I'm sure you guys have seen him too. Maybe you just didn't know. I got a lot of stuff on my YouTube. Don't look at my YouTube, guys. Oh, you know what? I can just change it. Here's a little video. Pat Shahgoli breaking limbs. Viewer discretion advised, guys. Viewer discretion, guys. Don't be like, Alec, put this video on here. I'm letting you know if you need to turn off. Okay, don't watch it, okay? Let's see. I'm not going to look. I'm going to let you guys look. So Pat is the big kid. Woo. He's a big kid in the green rash guard.
Yes.
I can't. Oh. I can't look, man. I'll let you guys look. Look for me, guys.
That's not the way the game works these days. Now we go.
I can't look, guys. I can't look. I can't do it. So he's like 17 years old, breaking people's legs.
This is the proving grounds for the 10th Planet team as a whole, as the affiliation as a whole. A huge.
So you see how he just he gets the submission, but then he goes super hard.
Right there. I was just gonna say a minute's plenty of time. Oh, wow! Inside heel hook by Pat Shahgoli.
He did it at 16.
This kid in here is breaking off full-grown adult black belt elite competitors. These are not kids.
He's 16 years old. He's also the 16 seed that he had to beat 2 people to get.
And here we go.
So he's just not like
Shahgoli's specialty.
I mean, obviously you got to go for submissions, but bro, he's breaking people's legs. I don't know. I don't agree with this.
Wes Levine's countering him.
Wow. Oh, they're taps. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'll let you guys be the judge. So he was doing that, but then he fought a few guys and it wasn't working no more. You can see him here. That wasn't working. See there, it wasn't working. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about that. I feel like you should not break people's limbs, even in tournaments. You shouldn't resort to this stuff like that Kimura we looked at earlier. You shouldn't resort to that. I mean, I understand it's a tournament. You know, the crazy people are like, it should be legal. You should be able to slam. These crazy people want you to die out there. And I don't agree with that. It's a sport. What sport can you maim someone? I mean, outside of MMA. And with that more money being invested into these schools, these tournaments, you got to also think about the optics, how it looks. So, you know, people are not gonna invest money in if they're seeing guys like this destroying other people, right? They're not gonna invest that money. So we got to use technique, be technical. You still win, but look at Gordon Ryan. When Gordon Ryan does his submissions, let's look at Gordon Ryan real fast. Let's see the difference when Gordon Ryan does his submissions. Let's see, let's look at this one.
Ryan hands out to the fans, very confident coming in.
Let's look at the difference between Gordon Ryan
Day
and
two,
Mr.
James.
Shahgoli.
Day
Let's
two.
jump in on mat number 3. We have Felipe Pena versus finals berth here. Let's go.
And remember, guys, you can follow along on flowgrappling.com in the multi-mat technology. Gordon Ryan pulling right under the leg.
Oh, we're going
And going
heel
straight
hook
for a
there.
heel hook.
So look, man,
Immediately
controlled.
gets the tap. 11 seconds for
And he's
Gordon
waiting.
Ryan.
He's waiting. If you know you got the submission, man. I mean, man, I don't know, man. Like, Gordon, I don't think Gordon's hurt anybody, right? He never hurt anybody. Craig will only hurt you if you go harder with him. I think he broke Vinny Magahales' leg, but that was like Vinny didn't want to tap, and he's super flexible. But in this case, like, man, Gordon, let's watch it one more time. He got it, and then look, he's already ready to let go.
Right under the leg.
Oh, we're going
And
straight for a
going
heel hook
straight for a
there.
heel hook.
The guy tapped out fast.
Immediately gets the tap.
But let's find another case of that happening. Yeah, let's find another case. We'll find another submission. I'm trying to find another submission. Yeah, I really can't think of another submission where he just broke someone's body, you know. Here, look. Let's look at this. I'm gonna turn the music off because that's look at these guys. Arm lock, controlled. Okay, tap, let go. Heel hook. Another heel hook. He got it. He's gonna pull on it, but man, listen, he gets a submission. He's looking for the tap. Yeah, that's you know, when you do submissions, guys, you're waiting for the person to tap. Obviously, you're gonna control it, but you're not trying to destroy their body, right? Okay. Just wanted to talk about that. Now we got Devhonte. You guys maybe know of Devhonte a little bit. He's out of New Jersey. With the guys under Murillo. So we got him. He's going to talk about tips for teaching jiu-jitsu to kids. So we're just going to watch a little bit.
Devhonte Johnson, huge honor for me.
Huge
guys,
honor.
if you guys don't know Devhonte,
I feel like my team in particular, we've had a lot of success because over the course of the years, I've had like very good relationships with the
you're
families.
excluded in New Jersey, right?
Yeah, Clifton, New Jersey, Bones BJJ Academy.
Yeah, guys, if you're in the area, make sure to check it out. And keep going.
Yeah, no worries. And so, like I said, I've always had a great relationship with the parents, you know. And one thing that all parents want is for their kids to do well, right? And so, some of the best kids that I've ever had and some of the best kids that I've ever seen in jiu-jitsu, there's always one common theme, right? They have one great coach, one motivated kid, and a group or a pair or, you know, one phenomenally dedicated parent, right? And I think it's really nice when parents do jiu-jitsu.
Ooh, hear that, guys?
Teach their kid jiu-jitsu.
Train with your kids.
Understand jiu-jitsu. But a lot of times the parents
Don't just sit on the
floor
floor or the chairs.
Their kids are doing
Do it with your kids.
right? So after a while, it can be very difficult for the parent to help the kid progress, right? And it's difficult too. I've learned too that like it's hard for the parents to see their kids trying to achieve something, working hard to achieve something, and not having the right tools to help them along the process.
Let's skip a little bit.
It's very difficult for them to break the legs and
As we just talking about, I think this is growing more. Because the reality is that you don't do drills, you don't even need the mat. As long as you have like a carpet, you're there, you know, like, so. But anyways, can you demonstrate maybe like one or two of these like keywords and concepts that you use that helps a lot?
Sounds good. So, like, in the video, we're gonna talk about how it's important to build like your kid's jiu-jitsu, or like even like a student, right? You want to build jiu-jitsu from the ground up, in my opinion. I believe that starting with the guard is important because, right, most kids, and a lot of adults too, but most kids do not like to be put on their back. Right? They panic. They get claustrophobic. Right? And it's just it's a more complicated like dynamic trying to teach them how to use their legs and their body from the back. Right? So if you don't start early, giving them the mindset that it's okay to play from their guard, right? It can be very difficult for them to embrace the guard as they develop, as they start getting.
So make it into a game, guys. We cover some of the Marcus Tinoco games, but it's got to be fun for them to work their guard. You know. Again, this is tips for teaching jiu-jitsu to kids. Guys, welcome. Check them out. Dustin, I'm okay. I'm okay, Dustin. I'm okay. I'm okay. Just too much cardio. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, that's not the last video. Was that the last video? Wait a second, guys. Was that the last video? No way. I thought we had one more video. Give me 1 second, guys. I thought we had one more video. We gotta do a gym tour. I love doing gym tours, right? Let's see. IBJJF. They always got the good stuff. Ooh, they had a good one. I don't know if you guys will like this one, but they know they had a good gym tour. And, you know, I do these gym tours mostly for you guys, really. See what some of these schools are looking like. Let's do this one. We didn't watch any matches. Maybe tomorrow we'll watch some matches. Wednesday, no video on Wednesday, guys. I'm traveling.
Hello, guys. Fabio.
So now we got Fabio Gurgel, the general. You hear the voice? So we're going to look at one of the new schools they've just opened in London, I believe. Yeah. Inside the stunning Alliance Jiu-Jitsu London with Master Fabio Gurgel. So these people, these schools, they're investing, these instructors are investing in their programs. So think about what you can do to invest in your programs. And I'm not saying you do what they're doing. They obviously got a lot of backing and resources that if you're starting out, you might not have. But just think about what's possible. Think about what's there. Think about what you can implement.
Gurgel here, I'd like to welcome all of you through the IBJJF channel to know our facilities in London. So we're going to show you guys around. Last time I was here, I was showing you guys my academy in Brazil, in São Paulo. But this time, I'm going to show you Alliance London. So we are just 50 meters from the Thames River at Chelsea. Come check it out. So as you enter, we're going to have our front desk, our lounge area with all the merchandise. Here we have our locker rooms, the female, the male, and here we have a small space for the staff. And they can
get your wallet ready, guys. Get your wallet ready.
The locker rooms will have 4 showers, full showers, and the finishes are amazing. And some nice area to change the gis, and you know, toilets and everything. Here we have the founder's picture, which is mandatory in all high schools to, you know, to remind everybody where our legacy came from. This is a very important area. That is the first time we did. Is a parents area where the parents can watch their
stay
kids,
off the mats,
but they cannot interact. So they are protected by the glass. So it's a place where they can hang out, work while the kids are in the class. And then we have the PNL restroom. Here we have the mats. So come check it out. This is the mat number 1. We have some intro classes going on. And then as you can see, you have the curtains separating the rooms. And I'm gonna show you guys, come here. So here we have a private class private class going on. At the same time, we have a beginner's class. So that's a very important thing to optimize our schedule. So we have different classes running at the same time. And when we have a bigger class, we just bring the cutters up and have the full mat to people to train with a lot of space. Come check us out.
So it's pretty cool. So it's pretty interesting. Some schools can barely keep one gym open. They can barely keep the one gym open, but some of these larger schools, they are actually expanding to multiple countries, multiple schools. So there is some money. I don't know where this money's coming from, but there is some money. So if you see yourself struggling in this business, I'm not saying it's just you, but if there's money, it's like fishing. If you go to where the fish aren't and you're fishing, you don't catch anything. So you got to go to where the fish are, and then you can start catching. Will you catch something? You don't know, but your odds of catching something with the fish nearby is going to be higher. They might not bite, so you got to keep changing your bait, right? Hey, the worm's not working. Put this other lure on there. Keep trying that. Try a different lure. Try a different bait. And you got to find the right combination. Maybe they're not hungry. Maybe the weather is off. Maybe it just rained. You're not going to bite. So your job is you're the fisherman. The fish are your students. And I don't want to say money, but it's just this, it's just the success that you're looking for is like fishing, Sometimes you're going to catch a lot of fish. Sometimes you catch 2 or 3. Shout out to my man Tristan. We got to go fishing this summer. So yeah, that's basically it. Our sponsors. We got our sponsors. Offer code ALEC, where is that thing at? There you go. Offer code ALEC for everything, guys. And that's for, we got BJJ Mental Models, which I can't find. It's somewhere. Where are you, BJJ Mental Models? There you go. BJJ Mental Models, offer code ALEC. If you're looking for more the mental aspect of jiu-jitsu, that's great. They have the audio podcasts, master classes, essentially. And then the coaching tier. I keep pushing you guys towards coaching because usually what you guys need is some honest feedback, and with BJJ Mental Models, they have world champions on there giving you the feedback. So might hurt your feelings a little bit. You might be hurt a little bit. Like they might tell you your guard sucks. All right, you instead of going to Reddit, get the BJJ Mental Models and get the specific coaching that you need. And it's just another resource. Some schools have great instructors, but there's not a lot of great instructors out there. I do a lot of coverage for schools. I'll go to Alabama, even here in Atlanta. And man, it's hard to get high level instruction because you got to develop that, right? And sometimes the new blue belt can't handle the class. They just don't have the resources to handle that class. So that's BJJ Mental Models. And on the flip side, we got Inverted Gear. They just got the new bamboo release, guys. That new bamboo release. Go check it out. I'm big on the competition gi. I might need some more gis, Nelson. I might need some more gis, some shirts. I need some like streetwear. I need some apparel too, Nelson. I might need some more underwear. Inverted Gear, great gear. I'll be wearing it, rocking it at Pan, so be sure to check me out. And again, offer code ALEC for any of those things. Okay, guys? And I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully you're enjoying these videos. Make sure you share these videos with your friends. All right, guys. Until next time. See ya.